women are still not okay. I'm sure this will be so much better. This guy looks like a guy I can deal with and not be mad at. Isaac Butterfield. We watched some of his stupid shit. He's Australian. He's from the Down Under. It's it's weird. You'd think with all the predators there and the ways that you can die that like you'd have just a bunch of fucking smart people. But I guess Darwinism isn't doing its job anymore because society is too rugged. It's too insular. It allows for the weak to survive. Jake Piss? What?
I've been asking 2 questions recently. Are women okay?
No.
And are men okay?
No.
And the answer to both of those questions is, oh my God,
Everyone's fucked
no.
up, man.
And I will continue to provide the evidence that I have collected that answers those questions.
The future.
Right now.
I made cinnamon rolls out of my yeast infection, and I have to say, they turned out pretty.
What the fuck? You made cinnamon rolls out of your yeast
I think that's a
infection.
joke.
No one should be making anything out of anything that is
it's a
infected,
joke.
You feral. You absolute feral.
These are actually what I gave my husband for Valentine's Day.
Fuck yeah, babe. How about you give him a slice of your fucking puss instead of some fucking dirty cottage cheese you've scraped out of your cervix, you grump. What dude wants a...
Dude, Australian humor, Like, sometimes it's just brute force. What if I can just say stuff? Give him a slice of your puss. Like, is like a steak cut slice of vagina less creepy than the joke I used my yeast infection to make cinnamon rolls? I never understand. It's like sometimes the Australians, it's just how it is. I've heard this with this fucking accent and this just like fucking lots of adjectives, crass adjectives. That's the joke. Crass adjectives are the joke. What is wrong with you people? Now, I will say, however, with the caveat, the big caveat, that there's also, you know what? I think it's like a bell curve. It's like dumb ass humor, and then some of you are so fucking clever and funny, and you're always quipping, and you never stop it. And it's actually always funny. You people, yeah, you fucking people, you Australians. I feel like being clever is part of the culture, and you're either trying really hard to be clever and you're not, or you're clever. I'm just saying. It seems to come across. I feel like Australians are always doing bits at me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like they're like the opposite of British people, and maybe that's why they're there. The British took out all the fun guys, but they're all fun guys. So you know how that gets. Everyone's funny in a group of fun guys. But you have all the sourpusses in Great Britain. Anyway, I guess that's my type 5 on Australians and why I think they're silly little guys. All right, here we go. Women are still not okay. He's just, the point is, this guy is one of the dummies.
Yeast infection Sunday instead of just, I don't know, give him a blowy instead. I'm sure he'll enjoy that more than your postulating on his fucking dinner plate.
It's cinnamon rolls made from not only the yeast for my yeast infection, but also my breast milk.
Oh, okay, cool. Fuck yeah. Why don't you fart on it as well? Huh? Why don't you add a bit of fucking aromas to it? What are you, lady? What are you doing?
So it's like really natural.
Yeah.
And
I feel like this is a joke.
He tried it. He noticed immediately that they tasted a little different than they normally do when I make them.
I'm sure it tastes a little bit different. He's gonna die. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like death is coming.
And he was like, what did you do differently?
I wiped it on my fucking dirty badge, bro. That's what I did differently.
It's really good. And I said, actually, it was my yeast infection and breast milk,
Yeah, sure. I know.
One thing I will say is they taste...
So does he often... I don't watch a lot of this guy. Does he often get tricked by dry humor? Is that a thing that happens? He often gets tricked? And he just... Does he... Okay, so here's the question. Here's the next question, which I think I know the answer to before asking. Is he nefarious and he's doing this so he can get boomer clicks on Facebook or whatever? Or is he a dummy and he actually is tricked by this?
It's cold.
This just seems like if I rage at the rage bait, it makes rage bait more effective. Wow. So, am I, like, just above it all? Am I just so fucking high level? Or is this so fucking obvious to everyone? Right? I cannot be the guy. Like, obviously, I think chat's on my side here. I can't be. How is this societally accepted? Stellar wingman. So, this is an indictment on humanity at large, which, I mean, you know what I think. Monkeys on a rock. We're so easily tricked by little fellas. You are the high one? Well, that's definitely true. Like, people just believe stuff. They're silly.
It's like, almost like sourdough.
Yeah, because your sour puss has infected them.
Like, they're a little more sour than like a normal cinnamon roll would be. And I think that's due to it being like yeast from my body. But overall,
Cool.
yeah.
I've actually, I don't know if I've told anyone this, but
She made a
I've
follow-up
released
video
Ben
claiming to
Man,
have
my
given
book
herself
coming out
and her husband
May
yeast
1st. You can
infections
actually
of the
buy it
mouth.
right now. But I'm also releasing a cookbook where I make sausage rolls out of my asshole, which is, I implore you all to please try one.
I implore you?
He liked them.
I implore you. Not the...
He did say.
Stop it.
They were different, but like, not in a bad way.
Gross. You two need to be stopped immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further in this amazing video by me, we have to talk about today's
All right.
sponsors by...
I really don't... I can't believe this. All right. Let's just say it wasn't a joke, and he's not being a little goober. You can eat whatever the fuck you want out of your body, you little sickos. Don't care. I'm not eating your yeast infection bakeries. But, I mean, definitely there are guys out there that want to do that, you know. Not me, though. Also, as a guy who doesn't like milk already, the idea of human breast milk is really grody. But maybe I'm just not, I haven't been converted. Maybe I haven't tasted the sweet milks, and I'm just a fucking, I need the ambrosia to convert me. maybe I'm a hater, dude. It feels like he's reacting exactly how she wanted people to, and he's acting like he's not being puppeted by a mastermind of a woman. Ooh. I can't get into it either. Thank you for the solidarity. I appreciate you. Thank you, hugs.
Flash Butterfield right now to get 10% off your order. Now, back to the video.
I don't think you can be sexist towards men, and I don't think you can be racist towards white people.
That's
Ooh,
a
based!
common thought process for
Based!
people who are complete...
So, I mean, I think at this point, it seems like when we say these terms, we mean from a systemic point of view, and then any other thing within that is typically going to be a reaction to that oppression, or it's going to be more like a prejudice than an ism. I see why normies have a really hard time with this, because they're silly, and this is like a high concept sort of like, you kind of got to know what you're talking about to get to this point. And this guy obviously is not gonna. So I think it would behoove us not to. I don't even know. I feel like I wish we had different words to describe what's going on here, because it not being sexism, they're like, well, what? I can be mad at a man for, like, I can conceive of being mad at men for being a guy, but that's not really what it is. What, like, any like misandry that you experience is going to be a direct result of that woman's experience under patriarchy. And, like, how do you explain that to a guy who's stupid? These are high-level concepts for fellas who don't understand their role in society. You gotta have the maturity to accept influence. I'm so fucking mature. I agree with you. Emotional maturity, for sure. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's an ego involved. There's definitely an ego involved with it, but I don't know why. I don't know what hearing women out on the topic does to a man, but they just seem to not be able to. Like, women are all like, you know, hey, in general, our experience sucks a little. Like, there's some stuff I like, but it's, you know, pretty, you know, there's lots of sucky stuff. And then, just as a fella who's around you, it's just like, okay, well, what kind of sucky stuff? And then you just listen, and you're like, well, it does sound kind of sucky. How does that not happen? Just to like hear you out, you crazy, wacky, hysterical women. Just to hear you out for a moment. I didn't even take the time to be like, well, tell me about it. Well, what is that like? Why? Why don't we have any curious little fellas? I feel like any single person who is woke is probably generally curious. Like, asks questions. Or they don't know the answers to the math. That we have leftists like that, for sure. Got the right answer, but don't know why. Usually they're a little wacky. Anyway, this guy's making me rant. This is good. It's good for us.
Fucking idiots.
Get it out.
We saw that recently with what happened
Get it
with
out.
Australian female soccer captain Sam Kerr. She is currently before the courts in the UK over an alleged racist tirade towards a police officer. And then it came out that it was actually against a white police officer. She allegedly called him a white bastard. And, you know, not that I find that overly racist. I don't really care. I did find it hilarious how many people were
A succulent
her
anti-white
after
slur?
that. Because let's remember, ladies and gentlemen, any kind of racism is not okay.
Succulent.
It's the same with sexism. So why don't we just not do it? Crazy idea. Let's not be sexist towards men or women. Or
But you're
anyone.
doing it now. You were already doing the sexism. It's just the thing. He doesn't think that what he was doing here was sexism, right? Or was like misogyny or weird or whatever. So he's doing the thing where he's like, let's just not do it. Sounds bad to hate women. I don't hate women. I love women. Ooga, 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 come, come, come. And look, I got ooga come in my brain too. But like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. There's folks in them bodies. There's folks in there with brains and stuff and feelings and shit. And they're whole ass real people. I don't get it, dude. It's so, I don't know why.
For that matter, or white people, black people, or anyone.
He's just like, let me talk about your puss. Oh, you could talk about my cock, honey. I don't know why. It always gets cocked like fucking like guy in a London bar and during the fucking Jack the Ripper era. I don't know, honey. I've seen some things. Someone teach me how to move your mouth the way an Australian does. That sounded more sexual than I meant.
How fucking hard is it?
How have you arrived at that conclusion?
She spent her adult years at college or university.
Dude,
How.
the B-roll has included this model or actress, I guess I don't know what this would call it because they're both, like 3 times, and it's tripping me out because I'm like, is this in like context with something else? Like, is this a person I should be paying attention to in the scene about something? But maybe it's just because I'm high and perceptive. What that mouth do? Educational. Before I finished reading, I thought the parenthetical might say Australian style. That was just me doing that, huh?
Surrounding herself with other
See?
kids with the exact same mental capacity as
I know it's
her,
the same scene this
exact same
time,
thought processes that lead her to dumb, and that's the only way to describe it, dumb opinions like that.
That's a good question. I don't know, just hearing like all the stories about like all this messed up stuff they did in the past. Like, I'm not even black, but I have a grudge against them.
Are you referring to slavery?
Yeah, and just like the treatment of them over time since then, like all the discrimination.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's awful. But you don't attack someone on the color of their skin. That's the whole point.
Do you think that
That's not what
white
attacking. Whoa. They're saying, so you don't get attacked based on your skin color. Like, that's not really a thing that happens. What'll normally happen is like an oppressor or a representative of oppression, cop, for example, will be white when carrying out oppression, and then they will add "you white motherfucker" to some situation, and then you're like, oh, it's a hate crime. It's like, fuck you, no. Like, that's just like the experience, right? It's hard to explain to these people because they're like, that sounds like racism. So, wow, man. What a dynamic slavery. How to even describe. So, yeah. So, their whole experience generationally up into like a pretty recent human history was white guys are pretty fucking awful to us. And so, like, to call that racism is, I don't know, man. That's not really racism. They don't have any power there. They're stripped of the power by that group. I guess, I don't know what you would call it. Like, you informed that decision quite hard, and then you enforce that decision throughout, and so you cause what you would consider anti-white racism, right? You can't be the cause of of the ism, right? It makes you not a victim of it. You feel me? He doesn't. He does not feel me.
Were the only ones who engaged in slavery?
So wait, are you trying to like say that like white people were slaves too?
Yeah, white people were also slaves.
Oh my
That's where the term slave comes from, is the Slavic region.
Exactly.
That's why Eastern Europeans are so oppressed even within Europe.
I don't know,
I didn't know that.
but I didn't see them oppressed over here that much. Like, I don't know.
Fucking true.
History, I don't see books talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a fair point. You don't see it that much in America or Australia or the UK. I know for a fact in certain parts around the North African region there were many white slaves for a long period of time, and it just so happens that slavery and horrific things
Okay,
done
hold on,
by
whoa.
our predecessors.
North African white slaves would be deposed colonizers? So prisoners, mostly? I don't know if that's what slavery is, man. Certain parts and can't name them. Yeah, where's the parts? But even the claim would be like, if you're a white Christian in the 15 to 1700s in North Africa and find yourself, I guess, enslaved, imprisoned, that would mean, that's post the Portuguese starting the slave trade. That was 1400s. This is post the discovery and the beginning of the colonization of America. When this all starts, and like, man, that would mean that they were. Why were they in North Africa? You know what I'm saying? There's some things going on there. What is happening to Poonerger?
And our ancestors, horrific things have been done for a very long time by everybody's ancestors. We are all related to huge pieces of shit. It's part of human nature to be a horrible fucking human being. That's just what happens to some of us. It's got nothing to do with the colour of your skin or what you've got between your legs.
Sheesh. That was great. I don't know what they're doing.
Are they going back to return clothes at a department store?
That was
like
a
they're
good
warming
fucking
up
cry,
for that?
though.
What are they doing? I've just vacuumed. Oh!
Don't do sexism,
I'm
though.
gonna mop! Don't walk on it!
Don't do sexism.
Oh!
Gonna mop and sweep and stuff?
And
and
who's
vacuum?
this dude? And this dude? What are you two doing? You're not gonna get a root. Go away.
You're telling me in 2024,
Yeah,
women
man,
still
that's
are
just
not
fucking
able to
sexism.
go home and take off of work during their menstrual cycles. Why is this not a thing?
Because you'd be having a fucking week off every month.
Yep.
You'd work for 3 weeks and then have a week off.
Yep.
No one's gonna hire you to do that. Most businesses aren't
What?
charities, you fucking fool.
I don't understand it because I have really...
You fool! You fool! Yeah, you're so foolish. What, you don't want to return to the mine? You don't want to go back and work for your boss? Huh? Who will get every last drop he legally can out of the situation? You fool! You want time to yourself? This isn't a charity. This society is built for them, not for us. We have nothing to do with goodness. We deserve toil at all times. Get on your bike. Pedal your bike and toil. Do it now. For your masters. For your masters, Chad. I turned it on you. You were the bad guys all along. It was you. You. You have the power. You are my oppressors now, chat. Do you see me? Like what you see? Do you like this?
That sucks. Lots of people have painful things, but they still have to work.
I know that I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of women, and I still have taken things for it. Like, it doesn't fix it, but it is a really awkward situation trying to go to your managers, especially me working in a male-dominated industry, saying like, hey, I can't stand up right now because my cramps are fucking killing me.
That sucks. And that's why, I don't know what's happening in America with like days off or sick leave. But here in Australia, I think you get like 10 days of sick leave that you're paid for every year.
That's
And
bullshit.
that has to build up or accrue.
First of all, we do not get that shit. Second of all, you should get more than that for sure. 10 days to just get the fuck out of there? Man. just work according to your desire to work unless we need to incentivize it, you know? I'm sure there's sectors where we need to incentivize it. But then what would happen is you would see a natural, like, what is the stuff we really need in society? You'd find it's like teachers and fucking like sanitation workers and cooks and restaurant people and fucking like, you know, other service sectors. And you'd see like human service would get dignity and respect and appreciation and more currency or whatever to buy PlayStations and shiny blue dice that you can roll around with your friends. And this delicious tea. 2.7% of your year, dude. Wow. So good. Now, there's some jobs you can get that have, like, better vacation time. Like, even, like, I work for myself, and I work 5 days a week anyway. It's not as physically taxing, which is nice. It's not really, I mean, obviously I have a sweet gig. But, man, I have had some not sweet gigs many times. And it's just like, you know, you fucking, you dread certain days. You could look at your calendar and be like, yeah, fucking Wednesday's gonna suck dicks. You know, it's, yeah, I'm working with Kathy. Fuck, dude, fuck Kathy. Also, I'm fucking, you know, I got I'm in pain. You know, and especially like in here, you got your period coming up. I don't know what that's like, but I have definitely had coworkers that are like, hey, I need this or that. My fucking uterus is falling out of my body. And it's like, you know, take the day off, dude. I don't need you here. Fucking serve cheeseburgers or whatever we're doing.
Work for a longer period at a particular business or place of work. But people have periods for long stretches throughout a year. And if you're having so much time where you're in pain and you want to have time off work, you're not going to be able to progress through the company. You're not going to be able to get things
sweat
done.
going, chat.
And ladies, if you want to get treated seriously at a workplace, then this is an unfortunate part of being a woman. Periods suck. They're awful. I know my wife when she has hers.
My wife?
It's brutal, man. I end up with black eyes. It's tough out there. It's tough. It's really...
You end up with black eyes?
Really tough. But it sucks for her. She's in pain. It's awful. I hate it because you don't want to see your beautiful partner in pain. It's horrible.
So fucking funny.
And I know a lot of people try to treat it as like a powerful moment for a woman. No, it's awful. It's blood coming out of you. It sucks. But unfortunately, that's life. You're just going to have to deal with it. Sorry.
What do you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
You've got to love yourself. So 10.
10? Do you think if someone saw a photo...
Okay, do we think she's a 10?
Oh my god.
She's pretty good on her. Like, she's a
Oh my
normal
God.
looking lady. Well done.
For you, they're going to rate you higher than that or lower than that?
No, probably lower, but they don't know me.
She may very well be a
He's
10.
just
She might be,
misogyny
like,
guy,
a real
big time,
funny,
dude. He
happy,
loves that.
lovely person.
What do you rate this girl on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, a 6 or 5.
Fuck, what do you rate me? A fucking minus absolute 0. That's what old love would give me.
What do you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'm gonna go like hot 9. Oh, 8.5. 8.5.
The fact that you gave old love a shit score, this is okay. This is what we all need to understand about females. Women hate women. White women absolutely hate other white women, and they will do anything to put each other down. That's what they'll do. Right? They live.
Okay. Super cynical take from this guy. A lot of the people that are like that subscribe to liberal or conservative ideas of the world, though. Just saying. Definitely materialistic and stuff. It is not my experience typically. I feel like, personally, the girlies seem quite supportive of one another right now in my spaces. Maybe I just have dope girlies around. They're all quite bright people. Not like smart. I mean, they are smart, but like they're like little shining little people. They all have little personalities, and they like to some of them like to be loud and righteous. Some of them like to be little cuties, just doing stuff. You guys are all wonderful. I need more IRL fucking diversity. Not just being cute, but yeah. Righteous theory.
Women live for hating anyone else with a vagina. They absolutely
That's so
live
fucking
for it.
weird. What?
This is what old love's doing here. She thinks she's hot shit. Dyed blonde hair with the big brown eyebrows. She's got her belly out. She thinks she's super fucking hot, and all the dudes want to root her, and she sees this other girl who arguably is as good looking as her or better looking, and she wants to put her down and fucking hate on her. And this is what women do. They fucking hate each other.
Hot 8.5?
Hot 8.5.
This is
Do
what
you think if
women
someone saw a
do.
photo of you, they're going to rate you higher or lower?
I reckon the same.
Okay, what do we think? 8.5? Couple of beers, you'd be pushing 8.5.
What do you guys rate this girl on a scale
Couple of
from 1 to
beers,
10?
dude. Let's go.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and fucking.
What
rate
is this?
people.
This
Like,
casual
she's
fucking
fine.
shit.
Well done.
So gross to
but,
me.
Yeah, her attitude stinks. She might be good looking. People might find her good looking, but her attitude makes
That
her
haircut's
fucking
nuts.
3.
Favorite meal to cook?
This is in a particular vehicle that I've never seen before.
Cook? I don't really cook. Like, I just like.
So you don't cook at all for your man?
No, like, I just.
Jewish star around her neck.
Yeah. That's all I do. I don't really cook.
Maybe it's like Israel with the Iron Dome. She's trying to keep skin missiles away from her.
I am so
Oh, I've seen this
pissy
video before.
today.
Good grief.
Just downright motherfuckers.
Dude.
Today.
Okay. What's up, babe?
I had to come up here. I had to come up here.
Wasn't
at
this
fucking
old?
11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's prime time.
Okay, this is from Libs of TikTok. She's at her school. This mum. who
That's
does
what it was. It
OnlyFans
was the Libs of
upset
TikTok
because
shit.
she
That's
had to
why we
stop
saw
in the
it.
middle of her day to go and pick up her sick son from school.
That's prime time.
Oh. Prime time to finger yourself. Now you have to pick up your son who's sick. God, that sucks.
If you know what I mean. But listen.
You know what's going to suck more than you with Cox? Is when your son and all his mates find out that you do porn.
with Cox?
That's going to really suck. for
Dude,
him.
he's so misogynist.
That's gonna
Dude, she can suck as a mom, and it doesn't have to be like some weirdo shit like you're doing. It's like, oh man, it sounds like she is.
Man, I'll suck your dick.
Man, it's such a interesting thing, right? Because it's like kids definitely are inconvenient little fellas. Little guys, and they also need you, and that can be real. That tension can be real. I definitely don't think she expressed it great, and maybe she has a little bit more resentment than she ought to, or maybe I don't know. You know, I don't know what her situation is, but it's like, you know, kids don't deserve that necessarily. So she can suck, but like her occupation and desires to fuck are not weird or anything. Like people do that. Women being shamed for sucking dick, and those same men are like, why she don't give me a head? Dude, it's crazy, right? Like, admonish someone for wanting to suck dick? That you won't find me doing that. Hello? Listen to yourself, man. Is that a shameful thing to do? I don't think so. We celebrate. We salute you, dick suckers. But on a scale of sirloin to porterhouse, how many New York strips would it take for you to date her? Oh my goodness. A 30-pack and a sirloin. Well done.
Really fucking suck.
So that's partly why I'm cranky, but I'm cranky because
Great.
my child is 10. I had to come up to the school and I had to pick him up. Why? Why did I have to fucking pick this kid up?
Why'd you have a
I had to
child?
pick this kid up because he's a man, okay? He's a little man, and he's got a weak-ass stomach like fucking most men do.
What the fuck happened with your eyes then? Did the
was a
magnetic
big
pole
skill.
on that vibrating egg in your ass flip? Watch these eyes.
Vibrating egg in your
It
ass.
flipped!
So somebody busted ass in the library.
Man. It's not just Dave that does this kind of shit. Like, this is like a pretty mainstream guy, and he says this kind of crazy shit. The vibrating egg in your ass. So what are you imagining? What situation are you imagining right now?
He threw up not one time, not two times, but 3 times in the library. Literally, the nurse calls and she's like, "You're gonna have to come pick up your son."
Yeah, because he's sick.
Because he just vomited 3 times in the library, like exorcist style, all over the place.
Yeah, he's probably got a weak stomach because all he sees when he gets home is your butt plugs hanging on the fucking clothesline drying.
Plugs, bro.
All right? I'd feel sick too if my mum was doing that.
Why? He's not even sick. Some
On the
kid farted
clothesline?
next to him, and he said that it made his stomach feel bad. So I have to interrupt my
They said someone
day
farted?
Getting jammed.
because some kid's got a rank asshole. That's a new kind of.
Fuck you, lady. That's shit.
It sounds
We've got
like-
a whole generation of mothers that are doing dumb shit like that. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, there's shit
sounds
fathers
like
everywhere too, but
bait,
ladies,
kinda.
you are not immune to being a bunch of shit.
But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can
Okay,
get
so
to know
this
you.
is, what's this lady's name? Fucking some lady.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician.
I
I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music.
Are women okay? The answer continually is fuck no.
I make music. I
Aren't these comedy sketches? Aren't these literally jokes? Funny haha situations? Doesn't she do really dry humor? Isn't that the point? I don't know if the guest is. That tweet that says a man would rather assume a woman is ignorant than making a joke is evergreen, right?
You start too, like young, mobile.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
What a fucking idiot.
See, that's what I think you think I said. I said
I
musician,
think
not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think.
No, you don't think.
Ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you just really...
Fucking, I can't. Fuck me. Okay, moving on.
That seems like a bit, dude. I don't know.
Do we need men?
I definitely met people like that, though.
Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Do you need a man?
No.
Need a man?
Do you need a man and do you need men is a different question. I will say that.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
Why? Do we need men?
No.
No? Do we need men?
We need men to make us stupid.
Do we need men? Do we need men? Do women need men in this world? Do we need men?
I mean, you sort
This
of
is
need men who
amazing.
want, you know,
Nar,
your country to be
nar.
protected, and your house to be protected, or if there's a fire, your house.
Protected from who? Protected from who, bro?
You know, if you want the lights to stay on, or if you want, you know, gas to come out of your fucking stove.
All right, bet. Look, I'll take one for the team. I just want to be. I want to be one of the prison guards in the experiment. But we'll round every fella up for 1 year, and we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens to society for 1 year, just to prove a point. And then we'll let in ascending order out of prison 1 year sentences. The women get to decide clemency, and they get to decide, like, you know, we let the good ones out or not. Do they think the men will be the good ones? Like a parole hearing? Dude, put me in. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. The Purge guys, I have a new movie idea for you. It's a little woke, but it's not. We let the good ones out, Jake is the warden. Don't give me that kind of power. You won't be letting a lot of the boys out. A beef court special event. Dude, I would love to do beef court. How do we get people that want to tell me their beef online together? I just need people to... I want people to talk about their beef online with me. Because I feel like I can solve a lot of problems. Beef court. Yeah, Twitch call-in. Yeah. A Twitch call-in where two aggrieved parties, or more, I guess, have beef, and then I adjudicate over who is right and wrong in the beef. Not you guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't be you guys. It'd be people from outside this. I guess that you'd probably have to start that on Reddit or something. That feels like the place where you could find two people willing to beef online. It could also be like creators and stuff that have beef, which is what would ultimately be the big bucks chat. But I actually think I could help probably, because most people are stupid emotionally. And I don't think I'm that stupid emotionally. A little.
If you want any of those things to happen, you do need men. But ladies, fair enough. You can just go out and say no. It doesn't change anything. You'll always need men in this world in the same vein that we need women. Just fucking accept that shit and move on.
Who checked on you this week? Fuck you.
Living with ADD and bipolar disorder. That sucks. Obviously she's doing it tough, but why have you set up your phone before you boot the shit out of your fucking cupboard doors?
That would hurt.
There, your foot's stuck, you're playing music behind it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, please fall over.
Uh-oh.
That's sad. Okay, obviously she's got some mental health issues. She's also got some wardrobe issues, but I don't know why. We overshare way too much. Way too much.
We don't want to get stuck.
In this modern era. And I think women probably do it more than men. I think that's fair to say.
So I have some restock announcements, and I would like to introduce a new pad size to my shop.
A new
I have
pad
finally,
size?
Completed the 20-inch template, and I am ready.
If you need a pad that big, you
should
need
get
to
it.
go to the hospital. You're hemorrhaging out of your fucking vag bras. Jesus Christ, ladies.
What does he think? Where does he think they
Turned
go?
out to be a really horrible day.
What does he think pads
that
do?
Resulted in a trip to A&E. He woke up happy and playful as always.
This is one of the fake babies, right?
Yeah, he doesn't
This is
know
what
how they work
the fake
at
babies
all.
That they give you if you have like a stillborn.
Embarrassing.
Baby passes
Do you know
away.
how babies work?
Obviously.
Yeah, where
I
they
gave him
come
his
from?
bottle and got him
Yeah,
dressed
bottle.
before we later set off to the park.
Maybe it helps with grieving. I guess. Possibly. It does look like it has Down syndrome.
Oh my God! What the
Stupidly,
fuck,
I let him
dude?
go on the climbing frame. At first,
Oh,
he was having the time of his
no.
life before disaster struck.
What the fuck?
He got overexcited and lost his
Dude.
balance, which resulted in a leg injury.
Oh no!
We went straight
He
to
got
A&E,
tricked.
but it was super busy,
And
so
he
we had
did
to wait a
ableism.
while, but we did
Gentlemen.
eventually get seen. He came out as good as new and told to go home and rest.
In conclusion, women, not okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this fantastic video.
That was the end.
Bye.
Oh, fucking thank God. I thought we had so much longer to go. Oh, it's been 43 minutes. This was a perfect distraction, chat. Absolutely wonderful. A perfect distraction just to make us annoyed at this guy's very, very dumb face. Why was he so dumb, chat? Why did you... Don't... Okay. Here's the challenge. Here is the challenge. Find me the smartest right-winger. The smartest one. And then find me the most entertaining right-winger. The most entertaining one. And then please have it be the same person. We don't know them. They have not yet been discovered. There must be one right-winger out there that is good and fun. Willing to talk. We need to find the one. The right-winger who ticks all the boxes. Isn't a psycho. Is fun to talk to. Is entertaining. Is smart. We should go on speed dating with right-wingers. Hey, buddy. Hey, so I'm interviewing for a new person to enjoy the content of with my chat. And do you think you could be that man for me? Or woman? Doesn't really matter. If they had those qualities, they wouldn't be right-wing. See, that seems to be what's happening here.